Welcome back to the Curiosity Cave. Stuke's Baseball Cards and Curiosities. Tonight we're going to cover Milt Pappas through Boog Powell in the 1947 through 66 Exhibit Supply Company set. Milt Pappas has 4 cards in the set. As you can see here, I've got 3 of the 4. The one on the left is the stat back from 1962. The black stat. There's also a red stat from 62. And this is the stat back from 63. Then the card on the right is the blank back, and that's from 64, 65, or 66. It was released all 3 years. Camilo Pascual, Twins Hall of Famer. Not Baseball Hall of Famer, but he is on the Twins Hall of Fame. I did see him leaving the stadium after he was enshrined in the Twins Hall of Fame. Great pitcher in the 60s. Also great pitcher with the Washington Senators. So Camilo's cards are, he has a 63 stat back. He's just a great pitcher for the Twins. And then the blank back on the right, and that's from 64, 5, and 6. It was released all 3 years. L.B. Pinson, he was only issued this card in this format. It's blank back, and was released in 64 and 65. This one happens to be signed. It's a little more difficult card to find, so I did find one and happened to be signed, which I don't mind at all. And he's a great little player. He's a short guy, but he had some pop to his bat. Johnny Pesky with the Boston Red Sox. Pretty good player for the team. He is famous for the pesky pole in Fenway Park. And his card was released in 47, 48, 49, and 50. And there's no real telltale difference in shades or made in USA or anything. And there's also possibly a black and white version, but that has not been confirmed yet at this time. Gary Peters, that's another one that's somewhat difficult to find, at least price-wise. And this one was only produced in 65 and 66. As you can see, I picked up one that was autographed just because that's the one that I could find. You can see the autograph a lot easier in person than through the camera. He was on a pretty good staff with Chicago back in the day with Joe Horland. Tommy John was a young pitcher there. Yes, that same Tommy John. So Dave Philly, this was his only variation. He was printed in 48, 49, and 50. And as you can see, it's all capital letters on the Made in USA. Here we have the 3 Billy Pierce cards from the set. It's all 3, his only 3, but they're all different, slightly different. The one on the left is tan. You can see printed in USA as a little bit above the border. and it's not it's not the way it's cut or anything, because if you look at the next one, okay, this one was printed in 57 and 58, and this one here was 59 and 61. But here's the difference. See, it says printed in USA. Here it's shifted lower, and they're both right toward the bottom of the feet. They're both tan. And then you have the 1960 version. It's a Mookie Chilson special with a pinhole. Print shifted down. And that's black and white. That was only black and white in 1960. And here we have a guy that was quite the character. I mean, you've probably heard of the movie Fear Strikes Out. And he also was known to have run the bases backwards at one time. He has 2 cards in the set. I only have this one. This is 63 stat back, and he also has a 64 blank back. See, he did hit 98 home runs. He didn't run backwards on every home run, but he was quite the character back in the day. Next up, we have the Vada Pinson versions, 3 out of the 4. I'm missing the 1962 black stat back. I have the 62 red stat back, which is a little bit more difficult to find. He had a decent year in 61, batting 343. And then I have the 63 red stat back. And finally, the 64, 65, 66 blank back. He's a great player. Some people have him just out of the Hall of Fame. I think he's worthy. But I don't vote. And shout out to some of those Vada Pinson fans out there, like Rob, Cash Cards, and Dave, and the Cincy Kid, Dave the Peacemaker, and on to the next one. We have Bob Porterfield. This was released 54 through 58. It's blank back. It's a little bit different. It has printed in USA, all caps, blank back. It's interesting about this one. You can see parts of the cello wrapper. Cello wrappers had red ink on them. I don't know if you can almost read what it says. You can see ER. Wish I still had a cello pack from back in the day. And the final card in this episode is the Boog Powell. That was released in 65 and 66. Shout out to Jay, average vintage collector. And of course, Boog Powell was a great power hitter for those great Oriole teams from won the World Series in 66 and 70, and he was a key cog at first base, hitting the 30 home run range quite often. I know he's famous for his Miller Light beer commercials, but big guy, fun guy to watch, and hope to see you. I want to thank everybody for watching. Hope to see you next time for the next session of the Exhibit Supply Card 1947 through 66 set review.